One case, one room, and 12 men. Our case is not complicated. It's a murder. An 18-year-old boy is accused of killing his father. If found guilty, the sentence is death. The people who must decide whether he is guilty or not, the ones who hold the boy's life in their hands, are our 12 juries. The juries hear the case and enter a room to deliberate. They each take their seats, and the first thing they do is vote. A simple vote, guilty or not guilty, without any discussion. 6 juries raise their hands immediately, guilty. Then 5 more slowly follow. Only one jury votes not guilty, jury number 8. The vote stands at 11-1. But for the jury to reach a verdict, it must be unanimous. So jury number 8's single vote is enough to delay the decision and open the case for discussion.
So, what are we doing now?
I guess we talk.
Boy, oh boy.
You really think he's innocent? I don't know.
Interestingly, jury number 8 doesn't vote not guilty because he believes the boy is innocent. He simply isn't sure. And that uncertainty is enough for him to oppose a rush to a judgment that would end the boy's life. He acts out of responsibility, aware of the gravity of the situation. The others, especially those who vote guilty without any hesitation, they seem indifferent. One doodles, another treats the murder case like a thrilling story. One is eager to catch a baseball game, another had made up his mind even before the trial ended, finding it all too boring. As for the juries who voted guilty more slowly, most are first-timers, easily swayed by the group. It's a classic herd behavior. To them, this isn't about a boy's life. It's just about reaching a verdict. They are blind to the weight of the responsibility they carry. One by one, the juries begin to explain jury 8 why they voted guilty. As you might guess, those who simply follow the majority hide behind vague excuses, like "it felt that way," "it looked obvious," or "can we skip me?" It's during this phase that we, the audience, start learning the details of the case. We know the father had abused his son since he was young, and that the boy didn't grow up in a healthy environment. There was clear tension between them. One night, the father is stabbed in his chest with a switchblade, from top to bottom, and collapsed to the floor. The downstairs neighborhood claims he was in the bed and heard the boy yell, "I'm going to kill you," followed by the sound of body hitting the ground. He says he went to the door and saw the boy running down the stairs. Another witness is a woman in the building across the street. While a train was passing between the two buildings, she looked out her window and claims to have seen the murder happen. The boy also owns a knife identical to the murder knife, a very distinctive blade. In his defense, the boy says he was at the movies during the murder. But when questioned by the police, he can't recall the film's name or any of the actors. He says he lost the knife too. Even his lawyer barely defends him at the trial and seems to believe he is guilty. From this angle, it seems reasonable to assume the boy is guilty. In fact, maybe he is guilty. Jury number 8 doesn't present any argument. He doesn't try to convince anyone or even claim the boy is innocent. He simply isn't comfortable with how certain everyone else seems. He's disturbed by how quickly people are ready to send a child to die. He has no proof of innocence, and he isn't trying to provide it. Instead, he chose a much more powerful strategy. He questioned the evidence. He says he visited the neighborhood and showed that the so-called unique knife was actually quite common. He considers that the boy could have bought such a knife, lost it, and had nothing to do with the crime. At this point, jury number 8 proposed a new vote. This time, the vote is anonymous. The result? 10 guilty, 2 not guilty. One of the juries who previously hesitated now changed his mind. He's been influenced by the fact that even seemingly clear evidence can be questioned. He now believes the case deserves serious discussion. Around this point in the film, personal attack begins. Both jury number 8 and the jury suspect of switching their vote are insulted and treated disrespectfully. This shows us that the guilty voting group has taken the case personally. Then one of the juries asks jury number 8 a piercing question. What if we are all convinced by your reasoning? And the boy is real guilty. What if we let a murderer go free? And here, the film begins to reveal its central question. Is it worse to let a guilty person go free, or to punish an innocent one?
Second later, heard a body hit the floor. 1 second later, right?
That's right.
Second.
Jury number 8 points out that the prosecution's entire case rests on 2 key witnesses' testimonies, but he also argues that these testimonies are unreliable. At first, most of us, including myself, think this is a just unreasonable doubt. Why would 2 people who don't even know the boy or his father lie under an oath? But juror 8 isn't accusing them of lying. He believes they are simply mistaken, without any bad intent. In reality, witnesses are often much less reliable than we think. In fact, their testimonies can be misleading. Why? Because crimes usually happen in a matter of seconds, and that doesn't give the witnesses much time to observe. To fill in the gaps, people often unconsciously make assumptions or even fabricate details. This is not because they are dishonest, but because the human mind craves a coherent story. Take the old man who lives downstairs. He limps. Based on the layout of his apartment, he couldn't have possibly crossed the hallway quickly enough from his bed to door to see the boy running away, as he claims. Or take the woman across the street. In court, she has visible marks on the side of her nose, indicating she normally wears glasses. But would she really have had her glasses on while lying in bed, moments before falling asleep? That casts doubt on her ability to see the crime clearly. Even more, her testimony conflicts with the old man's. She says she saw the murder through a passing train, but the train was a steam train in the 1950s. Loud, smoky, and huge. It's not realistic to think old man could have heard someone shout like, "I will kill you," through a wall and over the noise of the train. Because of these inconsistencies, what once felt like definitive evidence now starts to seem questionable. But even after all this, 2 juries, jury number 10 and jury number 3, still vote guilty. To understand them, we need one key concept: prejudice. Jury number 10 looks down on the boy. He believes that because the boy is from a poor neighborhood, violence is just part of his nature. He sees the crime as inevitable. But prejudice is rarely just about one case. It's cumulative, a mindset. So when jury 10 starts ranting with arrogance, hateful generalizations, the others silently stand up and turn their backs on him. One by one, they reject his prejudice. Eventually, ashamed and isolated, jury 10 quietly changes his vote.
What's going on here? Well, I'm trying to tell you. You're making a big mistake, you people. This kid is a liar. I know it. I know all about them. Listen to me. They're no good. There's not a one of them who's any good. I mean, what's happening in here? I'm speaking my piece and you... Listen to me.
Jury 3 is different. His bias are deeply personal. He once had a fight with his own son and hasn't seen him in years. Through the film, he has projected his anger onto the boy in the trial, almost as if he wants to punish his own son by punishing this one. No logic, no argument, no piece of evidence can reach him, until he sees a photo of himself with his son. That moment triggers an emotional breakdown. The wall of rage collapses. And finally, Jury 3 also changes his vote to not guilty. And with that, a unanimous verdict is reached.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
The film never tells us whether the boy is guilty or innocent, because this film is not about outcomes, it's about process and principles. If you look closely, you will notice that the story doesn't try to prove the boy's innocence. It simply questions the certainty of his guilt. To call someone guilty, we need clear and unquestionable evidence, but presume someone is innocent, we don't need the same level of proof, as mentioned earlier. Is it ethically worse to wrongly punish an innocent person than to let a guilty one go free? The answer is yes. Letting a guilty person walk free might, hypothetically, endanger others, but punishing an innocent person is not a hypothetical risk. It's a direct, irreversible act. Because in life, things are rarely black and white. There are always uncertainties. And in effect of uncertainty, concepts like innocence and freedom must carry more weight. In the end, the film reminds us one simple truth. Justice begins with doubt, and its most essential tool is questioning.
What's your name?
Davis.
My name's McArdle. Well, so long.